Hi Aquarius, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your seasonal tarot check for the months of May, June, July, and August. I hope you're all well, and I want to thank all of you who've been watching my channel, have subscribed, liked, and commented on my videos. I really appreciate your support. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you as a subscriber and hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about once a week. And this case, this is an extra video, so I just posted a weekly check a few days ago, so you can look for that too. And then I'll be back probably next weekend with your May forecast, all right? So here we go. This is for Aquarius, all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Aquarius. May, June, July, and August 2020. So we start off here in May with the Fool. I like that. And we have the Eight of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Hermit. Then you go into June, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups, and then the Nine of Swords. July, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Two of Wands, and then in August, you have the King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords, and the Lovers. So right off the bat, I do think you have somebody who wants to come back around. You have it in like half of the cards. You have it quite a bit here where you do have somebody who, Aquarius is, I think it's somebody serious. I think it's a serious offer. I think with money, you are going to be stable. You definitely have money coming in. But you have to watch out for people who will take advantage of you, okay? So let's talk about the energies of the cards. You have water here, you have fire, you have air, and you have earth. So you have all the elements. You have Virgo, and you have Gemini, and yeah. So you start off here with this Fool card, okay? And this is infinite potential. What do you want, Aquarius? What do you want? Because you can have it. You do begin May, I think, a little bit impulsively, and so there's a bit of caution just to make sure you're looking at the whole big picture and not just the details of things, because sometimes we can get mired in the details and we miss out on sort of a global perspective or a larger narrative that could be in there that could help you. So, but with this is also a law of attraction card. It's a great manifestation card, and it's all about new beginnings. So if your energy hasn't been great in, March and April, which I think a lot of people have struggled with that, you have new beginnings here. New beginnings. So I think that you're walking away from, with the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from just kind of a negative inner energy and some contrasting experiences. You may have found out that during this time that there were some people who were in your inner circle who weren't that trustworthy. And I think that it's painful, but you don't need them. You don't. They're not necessary. They're not essential in your life. So it's like, well, time to cut that out. I also think there's some other things that you've done without that maybe you're spending money on that you're also recognizing you don't need, and trimming that up a little bit, shoring up your finances. And it could be things like, memberships to car washes, when those are like $10 or $20 a month, and it's great to have unlimited car washes, but you're recognizing how much more money you have when you're not doing things like that. And even your gym membership, you may decide to go to, if you have more than one membership, which a lot of people do, starting to realize, some of this I could do, on my own in this one particular gym and get rid of all these classes because I'm spending a lot of money on these classes and I haven't been able to use them, and it hasn't hurt me. That certainly very well could be. But you also have this Four of Wands coming in, and oftentimes we do call this the 1111 card, but this tells you that you are on the trail to success. So I do feel like with work you have success, but it's also, in a love card, it's a twin flame card. It's joy. So what I feel like for this is I think you have the energy pulling towards you. I don't think this person shows up in May necessarily, but this is also about manifestations in the 3D world. So like I said, you may be looking around realizing you have more money in things like lawn care too, because that's been frozen, recognizing, you know, there's certain things I don't really need in those services, and it's creating abundance. So you're on the right path with the Hermit, but your advice in May is just to make sure that you are keeping up with meditation, with quieting your mind, especially as we re-enter things like our workplace, and those dynamics are shifting and changing, and people are scared. People are looking at their 401k and their IRAs and seeing huge amounts of money missing. And so just know that the path is being guided for you. And you may, for some of you, you may need to reach out to a financial advisor and at least have a conversation with them, because you go right into the Queen of Pentacles in June. So this is all about, like I said, being prudent with money, recognizing where you could be more conscious of money, and it will pay off. For some of you, you may have already been that way, and you're finding that your financial creativity is currency, that you've definitely made some gains from that. Now in June, the Seven of Swords shows up, and I don't feel like this is a betrayal of a love interest. I think it could be more like a friend who, or even a friend from work who's like talking about you and taking your ideas and trying to present them as their own, or they may have been doing that for a while and you're just kind of fed up with it. It's time to be done. Some of you may need to be more protective because this person is a thief. They really are. They are a thief, and a thief lives in the shadow. This is the kind of person that would seriously get caught stealing from like a conference where you go to like a spiritual workshop and there's stuff for sale. This is the kind of person that gets caught stealing CDs off of the table. And I don't know where I'm getting that from, but it's like they steal in ways that is like, are you kidding me? Really? And then, of course, they play it off and act really dumb. So if you know who I'm talking about, they need to be gone. Now, I do, again, you've got this reunion card with the Three of Cups. I do think somebody comes back around for you. Certainly could be, I feel like a fire sign is possible, but also too could be a Gemini. And this person comes back around. Geminis too can be a little bit gossipy, so that could be related to that. They're good communicators, but you have to watch with the twins that they're not two-faced. Sorry if you've got Gemini somewhere and you don't like that, but it's true. So anyway, there's a reunion here for sure. They're interested, and it may be something that starts kind of casually. Again, that's in June where you run into them, but I think it gives you hesitation. It's not, if the Fool was after that, that would be a totally different energy than this. I think you're uncertain and you're not quite sure that you can trust this person. But I actually think in this case, they have grown up some, and you've got, in July, you come into this Six of Pentacles energy here. And so with the Six of Pentacles, there's also Libra here too, but I don't know, it might be too, like I said, it could be a fire sign, might be an air sign too that you're dealing with here. But with this, again, it's an encouragement if you have offers not to be too proud to take them. So in this case, I do wonder if the person comes back around and there's a part of you, because they did something in the past that you're concerned about what other people will think. But it's not their life, and sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants, and we go with it, and it doesn't matter what somebody else has to say about it. So again, just this is an overall good card to, to look at the balance. I think there's going to be really, though, with the rest of these cards, a really nice blending and balancing. So they're coming in with a big offer here. I think you're going to have big offers at work in July, but also with this love. This person's serious, and I think that they are willing to acknowledge their part in things from the past. I think they've grown up a lot. Again, I do think they are from the past with this Six of Cups. I do think they've grown up, though, because this is can be a very immature kind of in and out type of energy. And so it may have been a third party from a long time ago, somebody that did something or even a third party, like they were very focused on work and their own like working out and stuff like that, and just not making a relationship a priority. So you're going to have a decision to make. And you're contemplative, you're introspective, you're not going to rush into anything. And you don't have to, you really don't. But they're definitely a strong presence. They've got, with this King of Wands, I think they're very charismatic. They attract a lot of people. They can, they're like a really good public speaker. They're the kind of person that when they give a toast at a wedding, it's hilarious. And, everyone, remembers them. They kind of have this circle of energy around them that's very, very attractive. And that's where I think it kind of can be difficult to trust, because they have a lot of people around them, and it can seem a bit superficial at times. But with the Wheel of Fortune, there's not only a conclusion of a cycle. Again, I think this is the conclusion of those of you that are single are not going to be. But it's also a law of attraction manifestation card. And I'm getting this for a few different signs where really there's a really strong pull towards identifying what you want, being very clear and deliberate with your intentions, because you'll get what you think about. And so right now would be a great time to start thinking about what you want, because it is coming towards you. And with the King of Swords, I think that you're going to be very upfront. It's going to be a relationship that has great communication with this and the Lovers, because like I said, Gemini is a good communicator, even though they can be a little gossipy. So I think that the relationship, it's going to be very upfront, much more mature this time around. And then you have the Lovers. You've got this Lovers card, and it's like there's love here. And we all have our own free will. So you might hear this and say, I know what you're talking about, and I'm not taking it back, because you have your own free will. The energy is right for it. They could certainly be, a potential life partner. That's what I'm getting. There's a potential life partner here. So let's do this Whispers of Love Oracle card reading. This is interesting because this represents you. The first card here is forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. And they're represented by true love. This love is once in a lifetime. The two of you together is have patience. Love is patient and kind always. And then the guidance is focus on love. Look for the good in everyone. So I don't know who this is for, but it's very clear that in any relationship, you bring your human beingness. You bring your beingness forward with you. And if that's one of tolerance and forgiveness of love, that's what you bring into a relationship, regardless of who it's with. But if it's one of hostility and resentment, you bring that. So any relationship, regardless of who it's with, you have to forgive this, because, when we hold on to a resentment, the reason why we need to let go of it is not because it's hurting the other person and not because they're worth it, but because we are. So I do feel like there's great love here. Their card is, this love is once in a lifetime. And I think that's how they see it. They see it as, that this is meant for them, that it's being divinely guided. And then the two of you is just to have patience. And, sometimes when we're with people, our immediate partners, our immediate family feel the worst sides of us. They see the worst sides of us. And to also see that, as a human being, you can know pain, and sometimes we have to give people grace, have mercy with people. And then your final card, look for love, look for the good in everyone. That's what you get. You will, the more that you look at the good parts of this person, the more that you will attract those things back to you. So I love you so much, Aquarius, and it's been a great reading. I will be back for your May 2020 tarot check in about a week.